Hey everybody, welcome to the Fantasy Matters podcast. I'm your host, Anthony Nicholson, and as always, I'm joined by my son, Mr. Brendan Nicholson.
We cover matchups of the week, who starts and who sits, games to watch, who's balling and who's falling, and a waiver wire. Welcome to Fantasy Matters.
Hey, what's going on, folks? Welcome back to the Fantasy Matters Fantasy Football Podcast. Season 4, Episode 13 this week. Episode 13, Halloween. It can't be lucky, but we'll try to make it work. We'll try to make it work. We're going to be looking at Week 9 this time out. Both of us are coming off a win, getting ready for the playoff run, so it's going to be good tonight. We're looking forward to it. Want to start with the injuries?
Yeah.
All right, I got them. Okay, injuries. Kenny Pickett, ribs. Short week. They play the Titans on Thursday, but he said he's going to play. Said he's 100% sure he's going to play.
All right.
We shall see.
We shall.
Darren Waller, tight end for the Giants, got a hamstring. Watching it, it's iffy. He left week 8 early, so we'll see. Matthew Stafford, injury to his thumb on his throwing hand. Watch this one close because they have a bye week 10. So if he doesn't play week 9, he would get 2 weeks of rest. Haven't seen anything as far as what he's going to do, but watch it for that thumb. Quarterback Tyrod Taylor, the Giants, rib injury as well. Stayed in the hospital overnight. He's out. They already said Daniel Jones is going to play week 9. So we shall see. Desmond Ridder, concussion. Looks like Taylor Heineke's going to start for the Falcons. His teammate, Drake London's got a groin, so he's questionable. Kendrick Bourne, basically the only wide receiver for the Patriots. He's got a torn ACL. He's out. That's rough. And the worst injury of the week, Kirk Cousins, Achilles tear, done for the year. That's tough, man. That's tough. Hate to see a team lose a quarterback like that. But it's tough, man. But Kirk Cousins, man, that dude, you look at his salary history, his contract history, Kirk Cousins has made a lot of money in the NFL. He's done more with less than anybody in the league. So hopefully he'll come back strong next year. I think this was the last year of his contract with the Vikings, so we'll figure it out.
Okay.
So those are the injuries to pay attention to. Teams on bye this week. We got 4 teams on bye. The Broncos, the Lions, 49ers, and the Jaguars.
Okay.
Ready to roll?
Yep.
Before we get started, let's do something different on the podcast a little bit. I want to give you your time to talk about your Eagles. How you feeling, man? How are you doing?
I'm good.
You good? You feel good about them?
Kinda.
You're not going to talk about A.J. Brown? I thought you was going to go off as soon as I said Eagles. You was just going to light up.
Nah, A.J. Brown, he's him.
Oh, my God.
Swole Batman.
He is definitely him.
We know.
Yeah, definitely him.
But they still got some kinks to figure out.
All right. Which ones?
Kink number 1. Get rid of somebody. I don't know his name. The running back. The guy number 14. Get rid of him.
Okay.
If you don't want to get rid of him, stop running him. Okay?
Okay.
Every time he runs, he lose 30 yards.
Oh,
we don't
my
need that.
God. You've been unfair to Kenny.
Give it to Agent Zero back there.
Swift is the real deal. Yeah, he's serious. It's nice. It looks really good.
Give it to Swift. Really, we'll be all right. Yeah. Run the ball. All we got to do is run the ball. We'll be all right.
They got a good vibe in Philly, man. Julio Jones catching touchdowns. A.J. Brown breaking records.
When he caught that touchdown, everybody was hyped.
Without a doubt. That team, you can see their togetherness watching it on TV as a fan. They in line for a special season. You feel like Super Bowl type team or Super Bowl winning type team? Where you at?
They can definitely go. They could definitely go. Again, they still got to get over these humps because I get A.J. Brown breaking all these records and all that. But still, you also have to realize what kind of team you are.
Right.
Because you do have the best O-line in the league. And DeAndre Swift runs it 14 times. That's it?
Yeah. I think as fans, we're definitely critical of Philly. But they're 7-1. They haven't even played a game where you're like, okay, it looks great. They looked okay and they're still winning. So that's impressive to me. As the season goes, they're going to get better. So I think all the naysayers that were saying the Cowboys were going to win that division and Philly was going to fall off, you can save that. Philly's the best team in the NFC East, maybe in the NFC, in my opinion. So cool, man. Well, I gave you your Eagles minute. Let's get back to the podcast. We're going to break down the position groups and give hints on who we think we should start or who we think we might sit. So hopefully we're giving you some tips that you can work with as well. Let's start with the quarterbacks. Geno Smith at the Ravens. What do you think?
I have to.
You have to. Because you got him and Justin Fields is hurt. What about if you didn't have to? How would you feel? Would you run him? The Ravens?
No.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Why not?
If I have Fields, I'll keep using Fields.
Okay, you would sit Geno?
Yeah.
You don't feel good about him with the Ravens?
It's not that I just don't feel good about him, but it's just Geno.
Yeah. He's just kind of like there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't give you a whole lot, but don't kill you in fantasy either.
Yeah.
So,
But no. Geno be putting in work.
Right?
So.
Yeah, well, with Fields hurt, you need him to come through, right?
Mm-hmm.
That Ravens game, I don't know if it could get high scoring because the Ravens run it so much.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to hold the ball. So, I don't know. That could go either way. Plus, it seems like the Ravens defense is kind of stiffening up a little bit. So, CJ Stroud versus the Bucks.
Yes.
You would start him against the Bucks. You feel good about that one?
Mm-hmm.
They didn't look too good against Carolina.
Yeah.
That's why I put his name on there. I didn't get, I was excited to see the result of that game, but it didn't go like I thought.
It could be a get back game though.
Right? Yeah, it could be a get right game for him.
Mm-hmm.
So you feel comfortable starting CJ Stroud versus the Bucks?
Yeah.
I'm okay with that. What about this one? Dak Prescott at the Eagles.
Same thing I said with Sam Howell. Yes.
Yes?
Mm-hmm.
What, you feel like your boys give up yards?
Yes.
Okay.
They definitely give up yards.
You did say that. You called it, bro. I'm not mad because you did say start Sam Howell last week, and I was just like, I don't know if I would do that one, but I don't know. You kind of helping me out because I have Dak. Mm-hmm. Brock Purdy's on bye, so I got Dak. So
yeah, definitely start him.
Yeah, I'm like you. I have to. I have no choice.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, he lit the Rams up. The Cowboys totally jumped on the Rams. So
yeah,
we'll see what they do in Philly. It's that game's in Philly, right?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. So we shall see. Speaking of Sam Howell, he's at the Patriots.
Yes.
Can you follow it up? You start him?
Yeah.
Feel good?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the Patriots, their defense is a wreck.
Yeah.
Yeah, they can't. They
got issues.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, well said. Well said. So, I don't know. Matthew Judon, they're probably their best defensive player. He's still out. So I think they're struggling on defense. So I would feel good starting Sam Howell. It should be okay. Late edition, Will Levis at the Steelers Thursday night.
Yeah.
Man, he tore it up week 8.
Yeah, he sure did.
That was pretty good. I wasn't expecting that at all.
And I started him.
Yeah, you start him against the Steelers?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the Steelers are just, I don't know. They're really bad. They're really bad. They are just, it's nothing good you can really say about the Steelers. I looked up some things today. They're like dead last in time of possession in the NFL.
Oh.
So to me, that just tells me they're hanging their defense out to dry.
And you kept Najee.
I did. We'll talk about that in a minute when we get to the running backs. But yeah, Will Levis had a big week 8, 238 yards, 4 TDs, 3 of them to D-Hop. So he's throwing the ball to the guy.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see, man. It's crazy. That fourth one, he threw it off his back foot. It looked like a horrible NFL throw, but the ball just sailed.
He caught it.
So Will Levis, he's a possible free agent in your leagues too. So if you're paying attention, you need a quarterback to cover some of these buys. Will Levis might do you okay.
Mm-hmm.
It's tough on me though, because I hate that Thursday night game. I hate it, but we'll see. All right, some guys that you can use as bye week replacements. I think that starts with Gardner Minshew.
Mm-hmm.
Gardner's been putting up numbers, man. He's been looking all right. He's a proven pro. He can play. He's at the Panthers. That should be a good matchup from a fantasy standpoint. So if I had to pick up somebody to cover a bye, I would feel good about Gardner Minshew for sure. Mm-hmm. Zach Wilson.
Yeah. Chargers give up yards, points. They give up all of it.
Well said. Well said. You are the man. Because the Chargers can't stop nobody. So this might be the one time Zach Wilson might be a good fantasy start.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for sure. Digging deep. This one's real deep. PJ Walker.
Against
Arizona?
Mm.
Yeah, Arizona's already said they're going to be starting a rookie quarterback. So it's just like, can they really keep the ball, keep the other team's offense off the field?
Mm-hmm.
Probably not. I mean, PJ Walker, sometimes he'll forget what jersey he's wearing, but still.
He's going to have plenty of chances on offense,
have a lot of chances. I think so, too. So he's digging deep, but PJ Walker he's definitely there in most leagues. You can pick him up as a bye week replacement.
Mm-hmm.
All right. You want to take the running backs?
Yep.
All right, cool. What you got, bro?
Najee Harris versus the Titans.
I'm not feeling good at all.
You're not?
Yeah, I'm not feeling good. I think we just put that on the list so I could rail on the Steelers for a little while. But again, offensively, they are just, they don't do anything well.
Mm-hmm.
I think Najee Harris gets a lot of the attention.
Yeah.
But, George Pickens makes a couple plays a game, but
that's it.
Yeah, that's about it, man. It's just, I don't know. I'm like you. I got to start him this week because I have to.
Yeah.
Right? But I'm not really, no,
Expecting
I'm
a
not
whole lot.
expecting much at all. I'm not expecting much at all. So if you got him, start him because you probably drafted him relatively early.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. All right.
Darrell Henderson Jr. going against the Packers.
Nice matchup for the Rams.
Yeah, he had 12 carries, 3 targets.
Yeah.
Last week.
Yep, 15 touches. Yeah, I would put him out there. I feel good about him going against the Packers. That's a good one. I like it.
James Cook going against the Bengals. They did just get Leonard.
Yeah, they picked up Fournette. I don't know if you think Fournette's going to play week 9.
Probably not.
Really?
If he is, probably just a little bit. Probably put him on like a limited snap count or something.
Yeah. James Cook owners, they have to be upset because Leonard Fournette, he knows what to do in the NFL offense. He knows how to get those tough yards. He's proven it. So if you don't cut into Cook's production in week 9, he's definitely going to do it week 10.
And you know when they get to the 5-yard line.
Yeah,
Leonard,
who's coming in.
Come here.
Yeah, what did he call himself? Playoff Lenny?
Playoff Lenny?
Oh,
come here.
Man.
Just run 5 yards, you'll be good.
All right, who's next?
Alexander Madison going against the Falcons.
Okay.
Yeah, they lost Grady Jarrett.
Yeah, the Falcons lost Grady. Good point. Done some homework on that one. They lost Grady Jarrett, the run stuffer.
Yeah.
So maybe Madison will get off. His production's been kind of sketchy, but he always gets his touches though. He's a predominant runner. I can see that one. I can see them getting yards on the Falcons because they're beat up on the D line, so that might work. Okay.
Lastly, Ramondre Stevenson.
Oh, they got the Commanders.
Yeah.
They're playing the Commanders at home.
Yeah. 10 touches, 39 yards. It's not bad.
Not bad.
And he had 2 catches for 11.
The Commanders give up yards too, though, right? Yeah.
Yeah. After all these trades today, they definitely will.
Yeah, they trade away half of their D line.
Yeah.
Yeah. Payne and Allen are nice, though. They're right in the middle, but they traded away the 2 ends.
Yeah.
That's kind of weird. I thought that was strange, but it maybe, yeah. I think you're right. Yeah, I think you're right. Ramondre Stevenson against a defensive line that's been switched around. Yeah, I think you got it. You're good. Okay. What about some bye week replacements?
I got Cam Akers.
Vikings.
Yeah, he had 9 carries, 21 yards.
Yeah.
And a touchdown. It's not bad.
Not bad, week 8. Okay.
Royce Freeman on the Rams.
Okay.
They're going against the Packers.
Yeah, it's probably
Packers give up points. Dude.
Yeah. What? I see the frustration. Go ahead and get it off your chest. We're talking about running back, so this will work out good. Are you gonna say something about Aaron Jones?
Aaron Jones, let me talk to you right quick.
Oh my God. Don't hammer him too hard.
I'm getting real sick and tired of this, okay?
Uh-huh.
You know what? The fact that you had the audacity to say, I'm 100%. I feel good.
Yeah.
I'm ready to go.
Yeah. But you know his brother put something on social media asking the same thing that you complaining about. It's like, why my brother ain't getting the ball? I
don't know what the... And look, that's why they losing.
Oh, my God.
That's exactly why they losing.
It's hard to argue with that.
If A.J. Dillon get more rushes than Aaron Jones, that is an issue.
Something's not right. Yeah, it's like, I don't know. Yeah, his brother said the exact same thing. Preach, young fella. Preach. So Royce Freeman?
Yeah.
No, he got runs. That's a guy, he's probably available in your league too. Look up Royce Freeman. Probably a good free agent you could go after. You got another one?
Yeah, lastly, Gus Edwards going to Seattle.
Dude, he had a big week 8. Yeah, he had a real big week 8. Gus had like 3 touchdowns. I checked like different leagues and sites to see how much he's owned, like a percentage, and it's kind of a mixed bag. You know, to be the lead back on the Ravens, you'd think he'd be owned in a lot of leagues, but
it's also hard because Lamar Jackson's technically the lead.
He's the best running back on that team, by sure. Yeah, by far. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. But Gus Edwards, if he's available in your league, try to get him. All right, you want to skip down to the wide receivers?
Yep.
If you had Marquise Brown at the Ravens, would you start him? With rookie quarterback.
Yes.
Tough defense. You would still start him? I would move away from that one, but why would you start him?
No. I just thought about it. No.
Flip-flop?
Oh, no.
Yeah, I don't like that quarterback situation. I don't feel good about it.
Oh, no, I'm good.
Yeah, I don't feel good about it. So I would sit Marquise Brown. No, I take that back. You're not flip-flopping, I am. Because he's a proven pro. So could you play him as a wide receiver 3, 2?
His His best might be bench.
Okay.
But if you're desperate, you can put him at wide receiver 3.
Yeah, you don't expect much. If he gives you, 35 yards or something like that, that's probably all you're going to get. Yeah,
That's a win.
That's tough, man. That's tough. That's a tough situation. Jahan Dotson, the Commanders wide receiver, Patriots. He had a big week 8.
Yep.
How it looks for him. How it looks for him.
Yeah.
So I think with us being in the Richmond, Virginia area,
we get every game.
Most fans in the area that are Commanders fans were excited about Dotson going into the season. So I don't know. He's had a couple big games. He had a big one against the Eagles, though. So hopefully he can keep it up against the Patriots. So again, with him, I think it's more of like a wide receiver 3 thing with him.
Mm-hmm.
So Adam Thielen at the Colts.
Yes.
Yeah.
Got to start. That's my guy.
That's your guy.
I'll start
for years.
I'll start him against anybody. I don't care.
He's a solid wide receiver too.
Yep.
I think we would agree on that. Yeah, because he looks for him. He looks for him. So yeah, I think Thielen's a solid wide receiver too. Nico Collins at the Bucks, Texans wide receiver. He had kind of a quiet week. Most of the Texans had a quiet week 8, but week 9, you feel like he's gonna maybe jump out of it against the Bucks. That's a tough one, right? What you think?
I'm gonna say sit.
You say sit him?
If you're desperate, you can put him up there as your wide receiver 3.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, sit for the most part.
I think with the Texans being a young team, they playing at home. I think they'll play better at home.
Okay.
That's why I'm comfortable playing Stroud. I'm comfortable playing Collins as well.
Mm-hmm.
But that's the only reason why. Because I think outside of that, Tampa Bay is good defensively. They are good veteran D, but I think the Texans will play a lot better. They clearly didn't play well against the Panthers. So, and that's usually the sign of a young team. This dude, Rasheed Shahid, the Saints, bruh.
That dude took off.
Oh, my God. So I did a little homework on him because I was interested. He's got a track background, first of all.
There it is.
We all knew that.
Yeah.
But 3 balls for 153 yards and a touchdown? That's crazy. I mean, that's wild, man. But so if you had him, would you start him?
Yes.
I know he was picked up in our league. I think he was picked up and dropped and then picked up again. But yeah, I'm telling you, man, track background. He went to Weber State.
Mm-hmm.
And he tore his ACL his senior year, so he couldn't run at the combine.
Oh.
So he signed with the Saints as a free agent. That's why he just fell totally under the radar. He tore his ACL. But I mean everything, man. Pops was a big time track athlete. Dude is just 6 feet. He's not a little guy. He can run like that. So I don't know. It'd be good to swing a trade for him, to be honest with you. So Rasheed Shahid, start him.
Yep.
Bet. Okay, cool. Let's see. Some of the guys, bye week replacements for the wide receivers. Quentin Johnston, Chargers. They're playing the Jets. He had 5 balls, 50 yards on like 6 targets, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
did that take away from Keenan Allen stuff a little bit?
Keenan Allen's getting a lot more attention. I noticed that when they played week 8, he was like the Bears was kind of bracketing him everywhere he went. So somebody else has got to step up. And I think Josh Palmer went out with like a knee injury or something. He hopped off the field and kind of hopped back later. But Quentin Johnston, seems like they're trying to get him into that Mike Williams role.
Okay.
It's kind of unfair to say that, but that's kind of how it looks. Kind of how it feels. Yeah. Brandon Cooks playing the Eagles.
Mm-hmm.
He's been coming on of late. He had a pretty decent game week 8, so he might be somebody you could pick up just to cover a bye week until your other guys come back.
Bradbury gonna be on him too. Bradbury gonna give him a like.
Is Bradbury been having a rough time?
Bradbury gonna give him like 100 yards.
Then the last one, wide receivers as far as bye weeks go. Jonathan Mingo, Panthers.
Okay.
He had a decent week 8. People, that's the kid they've been comparing to AJ Brown just because they went to the same college. Trust
that's
me,
what you don't do.
He is not.
Don't compare anybody in the league right now to AJ Brown.
He is not AJ Brown. Let me give you a fun fact on AJ Brown.
All right, go ahead.
All right. It's 2 current NFL players that were in the Under Armour baseball game, All-American baseball game, and the football game.
Kyler Murray and AJ Brown.
That's it. Mm-hmm. Kyler Murray and AJ Brown.
Yep. I heard he could hit a home run.
Dude, I think to me, it's like, obviously he's just a great athlete, but I think his hand-eye coordination is incredible. Mm-hmm. It's off the charts as far as NFL receivers go. And that, you would develop that as a baseball player.
Yeah.
So I could see it. Yeah, he's a machine, bro. He is an absolute machine. Okay, we got off target. My bad. All right. So Jonathan Mingo, that's a good bye week replacement. Mm-hmm. And then also look at Quentin Johnston as a free agent. Those are probably guys you can target to fill out your roster. You want to take the tight ends?
Yeah, I need this section. Hunter Henry versus Commanders because Kendrick Bourne's out.
Yeah.
So this
Somebody's got to catch it.
It might help, and then it might not. Because, again, they are going against Washington right now.
Right.
Who might give up a couple points.
Right.
They don't have that many people just going to rush the quarterback right now.
Right.
So we're just going to see how that looks. So he might.
So if you had him, would you start him?
Yeah.
You like him?
Yeah, over Brett Maher, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like it's gonna be some points in that game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
Cole Kmet at the Saints.
Yeah, man.
He went 10 for 10, 79.
Yeah,
I need that.
Bagent was looking for him. He was looking for him.
I need that.
Yeah, he had like 10 targets, man. That's nothing to scream at. I mean, nothing to get mad about it from your tight end. 10 targets. Bet. Good list.
Then Logan Thomas at the Patriots.
Yeah.
Yeah. 6 targets. I mean, he had 8 targets, 6 catches, 44 yards.
Yeah.
And a touchdown.
Dang. That's a good game.
Putting up numbers.
How it looks for him.
Mm-hmm.
That's good. What about some guys to cover bye weeks?
Trey McBride.
Mm-hmm.
They're going against the Browns. 10 catches, 95 yards, and a touchdown.
They threw to that dude a lot.
Mm-hmm.
He's definitely another possible free agent. Yeah, look at McBride as far as a tight end to cover, not even to cover a bye week, but just to enhance your roster as you try to get into that playoff push, because he's probably available. Definitely.
Donald Parham Jr.
Right.
At the Jets.
Mm-hmm.
He had 4 for 43 in the touchdown.
He plays with a lot of wiggle too.
Yeah.
He's tall. That's a tall dude.
That's cool,
man.
but I ain't gonna lie. In my tight end, I need a little bit more targets than that.
Right?
Especially the way my team be looking.
Right. You can use it. Hey, the Chargers look like a basketball team. The Chargers and the Falcons, they look like basketball teams when they get off the team. Everybody's tall. Yeah. Parham Jr., man, he is tall. But yeah, definitely, he's probably a free agent to look at too, because I'm sure he's available in most leagues.
And then Taysom Hill, he had 9 carries, 63 yards, and 2 touchdowns.
What do you do with that guy, man?
Absolutely nothing.
Unlike most guys in fantasy, as soon as you pick him up, it just goes back to going to nothing.
And then as soon as he's on the free agent block,
he explodes again. It's hard to time it with Taysum Hill, man. I don't know. So as a free agent, would you pick him up? Because he's coming off a huge week, man. 3 touchdowns? No, 2 touchdowns.
I don't know if he's gonna have 2 in a row. Yeah. But it is against the Bears.
I know. It's obviously I'm digging at you because I'm thinking about it, but I don't know. I think I'm gonna back off on it. We'll get to our rosters in a minute, but yeah, I don't know. Taysom Hill though, that's a good one. I like it.
Okay, that's it.
All right, kickers? So let's look at some kickers. We'll switch up the format just a little bit. We'll just go through 4 kickers that we feel have good matchups.
Mm-hmm.
Cameron Dicker, Chargers kicker at the Jets.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, he killed me week 8.
He did.
Yeah, oh my God, he had like 28 points. So Cameron Dicker for sure. Younghoe Koo, Falcons kicker. He's playing the Vikings, right? The Vikings are kind of wounded. They lost their quarterback. God knows who they're going to start. Yeah. So it could be a high-scoring game for the Falcons. Blake Group playing with the Saints kicker.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Blake should. I think you have a good game there.
Yeah.
He's playing the Bears, so that's a pretty good matchup. And then your kicker, Matt Gay. The Colts kicker, the Panthers.
That guy.
Yeah, good matchup for him week 9. Mm-hmm. Good matchup. All right, you got the defenses.
All right. Vikings at the Falcons.
Which one would I start?
Yeah, I'll start Vikings.
Okay? So if you had those 2 defenses, between the Vikings and the Falcons, you would start the Vikings. This was tough.
Vikings just lost Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, it's like they're gonna struggle offensively, I think. Although they did trade for Joshua Dobbs, but I mean, I don't know.
He's not the best, but he put up numbers on his other team. So,
I don't know. I guess if you had your choice, Vikings and Falcons,
coin toss.
Yeah,
Syria football coin. Syria football coin, and that's exactly what I'm doing.
I think if I had to go with the defense in that matchup, I would probably go with the Falcons.
Okay,
I'd probably go with the Falcons.
Okay,
they're at home.
Yeah.
Nah, it's just outside of flipping the coin. That's probably the best way you could go about it.
Mm-hmm. Bucks at Houston. Bucks. I'll start the Bucks.
You start the Bucks defense. Yeah. So if you had to choose between the Bucks and the Texans, you would take Houston's defense.
Mm-hmm.
That's a tough one too, because they're kind of evenly matched teams.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I think which ones do you say you go with? The Bucks?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too, because that's more of a veteran group. So I guess if it's going to be close, you probably trust them a little bit more than you would the Texans because it's such a young team. What's the next one?
Giants at Raiders. Actually, I have the Raiders.
Really?
But they're not touching the They're not touching the field.
Gonna drop. Yeah, because you got the Eagles back. Yeah, you're good. So again, which D would you start? Either the Giants or the Raiders in that game?
I'll start the Giants defense.
Both of those offenses are so
terrible,
bad, man.
But what happened last week with the Raiders? I'm not doing that again,
man. I don't know which way I would go, because I don't know. I don't know which way I would go. It looks like the Raiders are in free fall, because that was terrible last night when they played. I'm sorry, not last night. It was terrible Monday night when they played it. I was just like, what is this? I guess if I were forced to pick, if I were in that much of a fantasy pickle where I had those two defenses, I would probably go with the Giants.
Okay.
I'd probably go with the Giants. It seems like they're getting healthier.
Yeah.
Getting some of their offensive linemen back, and we'll see how Daniel Jones plays, but I'd probably go with the Giants.
Okay. And then Miami at the Chiefs.
So which D would I start in this one?
I do Miami's.
Me too. Yeah, me too. Me too.
You don't want to. You do not want to play any defense going against.
Yeah.
Except for the Eagles, apparently.
Yeah. So okay, Miami at the Chiefs. If you had to start a defense in that game, you would feel more comfortable with the Dolphins.
Mm-hmm.
I think so too, because I think the Chiefs really don't have like a wide receiver that scares you, which is weird. I mean, Travis Kelce is obviously a scary athlete, but he's a tight end. But you don't have anybody on the outside that you feel like real bad about. And plus, they just got Jalen Ramsey back.
Yeah.
I mean, he's catching picks right off of injured reserve.
Mm-hmm.
So if I had to start a defense, I would go with the Dolphins as well.
That's cool. I got another question for you.
Go ahead.
If you didn't have Dak, would you start the Eagles defense against the Cowboys?
Yeah.
You would?
Yeah, I would.
Okay.
I would. Because, like I said, anything involving the Eagles, I always defer to you. But they're so good as a team that you really just can't ignore what they do. You know, defensively, it's hard to say, okay, I'm going to have another team where their defense is going to be better than the Eagles.
Mm-hmm.
So I would start them. That's not the type of defense you ever take off the field. I would keep rolling with them. All right. So we're at a point where me and Brendan look at our individual rosters and we try to go through our start-sit plan live.
Mm-hmm.
Who's up first?
Me.
You want me? You go first?
Yeah.
Okay, you go first. All right, what you got, man?
Quarterback. Geno Smith.
Like you said, you don't have anybody else, so you got to start him, huh?
Yeah, Fields is hurt.
Okay, cool.
Running backs, I have DeAndre Swift, Aaron Jones, Zach Charbonnet.
Okay.
And I'm losing games. You know what? We're not going to worry about that.
Nah. I keep
with that running back group.
I keep saying be patient with Aaron Jones, man. I'm gonna say it again. This has to be the week where he gets a lot of carries. It seems like I don't know. It seems
every week my hope is just
it gets smaller and smaller. You can't help it. But it seems like 20 is like the magic number for carries to have a good fantasy running back.
Mm-hmm.
If you get 20 carries or more, you're gonna do okay. But if you're getting guys that have like 8 carries, 10 carries, it's not gonna work. You know, you're just not gonna break off.
Well, granted,
like
DeAndre
that.
Swift had 14.
Mm-hmm.
But he also still gave me 20 because he had some catches.
Yeah, some catches.
And he had a touchdown.
Yeah. You mix in the targets and the catches, it throws it off a little bit. But yeah, hopefully Aaron Jones, man. I keep my fingers crossed. All right, what else you got?
On receivers, I have Stephon Diggs, Jalen Waddle, and Jameson Williams.
Okay.
He might kick rocks too.
Who, Jameson Williams? I don't know what's going on there. Because Detroit's a good offense to be in, right? And
yeah,
it's just,
everybody's getting it, but Jameson Williams.
But him. Yeah. Okay. I didn't think that. Honestly, when Jameson Williams was out those first few weeks, I have Sam Laporta. And I was like, when Williams comes back, Laporta's production is probably going to drop off a little bit. So my intention was to trade him before Williams came back. And he even came back early, which made me even more nervous. I was like, oh. But that hadn't been the case, so I'll ride with Laporta until I can. They're on their bye week this week, so maybe it come back from their bye. It'll be a little different. He can get mixed in.
Okay, tight end, Michael Mayer. He's gone. He's gone.
Oh, wow.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Wait until tomorrow morning. He's gone.
You know who you're gonna get instead?
Nope.
Well,
sure
don't tell me, because I mean we're competing in the same league, so don't tell me who your free agent pickup's gonna be.
I don't know who I was gonna get anyway.
Oh, for real? You gotta take a look at it.
Okay. Kicker, Matt Gay.
Good kicker.
And then defenses, I have the Eagles defense and I have the Raiders defense. But the Raiders defense.
You're gonna drop the Raiders defense. Well, yes. I got you.
I got a bunch of people's about to get dropped.
Yeah? We got some roster turnover. I'm in a little trouble too. I've been kind of laying low and just not saying a whole lot. But yeah, I got some problems this week. I'll outline all the problems that I have. So my quarterbacks are Dak Prescott and Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy's on bye this week, and Dak's playing the Eagles. I don't like the matchup, but I don't have anything else.
Play Dak.
I know. Yeah, I have to play him. And then Purdy was kind of in trouble, and I was like, man, he's been playing bad. But like we talked about last week when we recorded, until Trent Williams come back, I'm not even coming close to playing Brock Purdy. I'm going to just leave him on the bench till Trent Williams come back. Mm-hmm. But I'm playing Dak. My running backs, I have Najee Harris, Derrick Henry, and Brian Robinson Jr., right? Okay. Najee Harris and Derrick Henry are in the Thursday night game. And I absolutely hate the Thursday night game. I just don't like it.
Now you got two teams in
I know. Now half my rosters in the Thursday night game, so I don't know what I'm going to do. It's a short week. Pittsburgh's offense is terrible. So I don't know. I'm going to start them both and just roll with it. That's what I got to do. Brian Robinson Jr., I've been in and out on him. He had a decent game week 8. It looks like, the Commanders gave him the ball a few more times than what they had been. So I'm going to get Najee Harris, Derrick Henry, and Brian Robinson on the field and play 3 running backs. Keenan Allen and Jacoby Myers are my wide receivers. Both of them underperformed in week 8. So I'm hoping Keenan Allen can get back to that elite statistical level that he was in weeks 1 through 4. He was killing it. But it's tailed off a little bit. I think he only had maybe like 68 yards week 8. Week 7, he had 55 yards. So I need a big game out of him. If I can't get a big game out of Keenan Allen, I'm in trouble. Jacoby Myers caught 1 ball for 19 yards in like the 4th quarter. I was like, oh my God, is he hurt? So I'm not going to play him this week. I'm gonna let that stuff with the Raiders kind of settle a little bit. My kicker is Tyler Bass, the Bills kicker. I might need to do something there. I'm not sure because he hasn't been really scoring up like most kickers. He gave me 11 week 8, which is all right. But other kickers are out there that could probably score more. My defense is the Seahawks. I think that's kind of sketchy because they got the Ravens at Baltimore. So we'll see.
I might give you 5.
Yeah. I do like the Seahawks. I like their secondary. Those dudes, they can cover, but, we'll see. Let's see. And then my tight end, this is the situation, bro. This is where I need you. I got Darren Waller left week 8 early with the hamstring injury. And
is he playing?
I don't know. And then they have Sam Laporta. He's on bye. So I can't rely on him. So I don't want to put Waller out there and he leaves in the first quarter with re-aggravating his injury. So I feel like I need to pick up a tight end. We talked about a few. I was listening close.
Pick him up.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna pick up a tight end and then drop Tajay Spears because I just have him sitting on my roster, just taking up a spot. Only because I got nervous when Nick Chubb got hurt. I was like, I need to get my main running backs back up. So Tajay Spears has been sitting on my roster for weeks. I haven't played him once, so I think I'm gonna cut him and pick up a tight end until I can make it through Laporta's bye week. I mean, that's all I can really do. So just to recap, I got Dak Prescott, Najee Harris, Derrick Henry, Brian Robinson Jr., Keenan Allen, Tyler Bass, the Seahawks defense, and then I'm going to pick up a free agent tight end and that'll round out my roster. So I don't know, man. It's tough. Yeah. I mean, we're getting into that playoff push in most fantasy schedules, and I'm like right there. We're both sitting at 4-4, so it's like just right in the middle. But I'm scoring good points, so we'll see how it goes. One thing we forgot to mention, we had the quarterbacks. Keep an eye on Kyler Murray. He's coming back. It seems like he might be back week 10. I can't believe they're playing him. I guess if I put my GM hat on, if they were ever talking about trading him, there's no need to play him this year. But I don't know. They're playing him, so they said he's going to play week 10. Yep. So watch that in your leagues. That'd be a good quarterback to get, especially if you're just trying to get by, stay alive, or just trying to hang in there game by game with your roster. You're just trying to upgrade it as you go. Kyler Murray might be a good one to look into. Cool, man. You got anything else?
Nope.
All right. We're going to get ready to get out of here, man. Something fun we do on Sunday mornings at 11:30. Brendan and I get on Instagram Live. We kind of do something similar with a group of friends that we like hanging out with. So if you get an opportunity on Sunday morning, you need some lineup help, check us out on Instagram Live. We'll be on there at about 11:30. All right?
Yep.
Cool. Have a good night. Hope you get a win.
Peace.